2019, May 2019. This is a question that I want us to do. And then we compare notes with what you got. I don't know whether whether some people did. If you did, that's very okay, yeah? That's very okay. And okay, somebody got 42. That's Grace, 4212, 4212. So we shall be comparing the notes, and I want us to be very keen. We say that the concept that we are covering is highly examinable, and we need to be very keen on it. Correct. Now, can somebody share with us that question? Can somebody share with us that question? So already the question for Jahazi Limited Ikoko Group, that one we shall do it together. Somebody got 32. It's okay, no worries. No worries. That is on Monday. On Monday got 32 negative. It's a negative. Still, Grace got 4212. Okay. Started seeing something. So can we check? Can we check somebody to reshare that of May 2019? We are all focusing on May 2019. It was question number. Ilikuwa question number ngapi? Somebody. Is it 4 or 2? 4 or 2? Can we look at it as well? Is it 4 or 2? 4B. 4B. Good. Good. 4B. So just share with us so that we do it together. Nataka tuimalize so that we see whether we can finish that of 2021. Once you're done with that of 2021, now that can give us a leeway to move to the next part. It can give us a leeway to move to the next part. Next part. Good. So Omondi, I don't know whether is it Omondi or Lynette? I don't know whether you're going to assist. There is one of us, I think the person joined yesterday. Can I share with you the link? You just share in the inbox. Will that work? Modi. There's one of us who joined yesterday. I hope you have seen the person asking for the link. So let's just help the person since we are able to. Okay. So I hope somebody have shared the question when you were away. This is May 2019. I hope everyone is able to access the paper. That's very important. It is important to have the paper with you. It is important to have the paper with you. As for me, I have the paper with me and I'm going to read the question. It was May 2019, question number 4 boy. And the examiner had given us this question whereby it told us that Juhudi Industries intends to replace an existing machine with a new one, which is more efficient. The existing machine was acquired 2 years ago at a cost of 4 million. The useful life of this machine was originally expected to be 5 years. Credit to. Just a minute. To be 5 years with no salvage value. However, the valuer has now estimated that the machine shall have an economic useful life of 10 more years and a salvage value of 500,000. The new machine is estimated to cost 8 million shillings. An additional installation cost of 400,000 shall be incurred. The new machine has a useful economic life of 10 years. The financial analyst of the company estimates that the existing machine could be sold at 2.5 million at the current prevailing market price. The new machine is expected to increase sales, whereby debtors would increase by 320 shillings, inventory by 140 shillings, while creditor would increase by 300,000 shillings. The profit before depreciation and tax over the next 10 years for the two machines is given as follows. So we have for the new machine and we have for the older machine. Monica, you did not do the question. Monica, you did not do the question. Next 10 years for the two machines is given as follows. So you have for the new machine and for the existing machine. So how do we get the incremental earnings? How do we get incremental earnings? Somebody should just drop something there. Additional information, the company's required cost of capital is 10%, corporate tax rate is 30%, and the company used the straight line method of depreciation to get what? To get the depreciation. Using the net present value method, advise the management of Juhudi Industries on whether to replace the existing machine with the new one. So that is the question that we have. That is the question that we have at hand. And what will be our first thing to do? We compute the initial outlay. We need to compute the initial outlay, and our shillings are in thousand. So our shillings are in thousand. Our shillings are in thousand. That manner. So we truncate 3 zeros. Truncate 3 zeros. So in this case now, I have to start with the cost of the new machine because it is a replacement. Cost of the new machine. So what is the cost of the new machine, class? Today I want us to be very fast. I want our speed to be a little bit high. So what is the cost of the new machine? I think in paragraph number 2, examiner told me 8 million. Can you check? Is it new? JL, new machine is 8 million. And it has some incidental cost. Can you identify? You add incidental cost. Cost. I hope you're able to add the incidental cost. What is the incidental cost? Incidental cost, we had installation of 400,000. Installation cost of 400. Installation cost of 400. That one I can put it here. So I'll be having the total cost of 8,400. That's the total cost. So in that case, the total cost of that machine is 400. When I want to get the depreciation of this new machine, remember that the cost to use is this one, the total cost. Don't go and use just the 8. No, the total cost of that machine is 8,400. Then I have to less the disposal value. What is the disposal value of the existing? Disposal. What is the disposal value? The machine that I want to replace, how much are we selling it? Tunauza pesa ngapi? Be very keen, yeah? Be very keen. Just check. Galia tu swali vizuri. Disposal value? Yeah, okay. Hiyo ni salvage. There are some people who are confusing between disposal. Kindly, please don't confuse between disposal and the salvage. Those are two different things, right? The salvage value, we get it at the end of the useful life of the machine. Disposal value is how much are we selling? How much are we selling this item? Now, the disposal value we have been given in paragraph number 2. It will be sold. The financial analyst of the company estimate that the existing machine could be sold for 2.5. Exactly, 2.5. Those who are giving me 2.5, that is correct. So 2.5 like that. And then we look at the effect on tax, gain or loss. Sasa hapa ndio watu wengi huwa wanasahau what we're supposed to do. The first thing, we have to indicate our disposal value. Our shillings can be 1,000 like that. So disposal value, which is 2,500. And then I have to go ahead and compute my net book value. I need to compute my net book value. How do I compute the net book value? Net book value from the foundation level knowledge, it's cost minus accumulated what? Accumulated depreciation. So I have my cost for these the cost of my existing machine ngapi? Existing machine. Remember, whatever that we are computing here is the existing machine disposal net book value. The cost was 4 million. So I have the cost. What I don't have is accumulated depreciation. And I was told to use the straight line method. And the straight line method tells me to take the cost minus salvage. No, Grace. Now this is for the order. Don't confuse. Already for the you tumemalizana. When we shall be required now to compute depreciation for this new machine is when computing the DTS. Sasa hiyo itatumika baadaye wakati tunataka kucompute DTS. Remember, when we are computing DTS, still we require to have our depreciation. Cost for all machine, old and new. So the NPV that we are computing here, it is for the existing machine. Please note that. So accumulated depreciation is gotten by cost minus salvage. Now you can see where our salvage may come in. But remember, before valuation, this machine does not have the salvage. Before it is valued, it does not have salvage. Useful life. So nataka tuiangalie tu vizuri. Nataka tuangalie information in paragraph 1. In most cases, the information to use here is in paragraph 1. Paragraph 1. Juhudi industry intended to replace the existing machine with a new one, which is more efficient. The existing machine was acquired 2 years ago at a cost of 31. The useful life of the machine was originally expected to be 5 years with no salvage. That information is the one that help us to compute the net book value. Please don't go to any other information. The one that has salvage, it will help you to compute what? Somebody? The information, the salvage for now, the existing machine is after valuation. It will help you to compute what? The DTS. Tafadhali. Yes, the DTS. The DTS. When computing DTS, we shall be using that. Good. The cost, I have been told the cost is 4 million, therefore minus 0 salvage divided by 5. At that point before valuation, the useful life was 5. The useful life was 5. And then multiply by 2 because that was for the first year. The second year from when we acquired the machine is 2 years. So what will be our depreciation? Our depreciation. 1600. Therefore, I can get my net book value by taking 4,000 minus 1600. Nitapata ngapi? Tapata 2400. Thank you and thank you so much. How many people got that? Because hapa ndio tu shida huwa. Getting the net book value. Problem. Great. Once you are able to get that, you come and put your 2400 here. Between the two, you check what happened to our machine. Great. That is very good. Congrats. What happened? Did we sell this machine or did we dispose this machine at a gain or at a loss? That is what you ask yourself. Did we dispose it at a gain or at a loss? You just compare between the two. We dispose it at this and the net book value happen. So it's a gain of 100. I can see a gain here. When the net disposal value is greater than the net book value, that's a gain. That means we disposed it at a gain. So we apply 30% on that, it will be a 30. Work on that peke yake. Please confirm whether we are together. Just confirm. Confirm. And if we are not together, please ask. Because we say that this is highly examinable and we need to do what? The two in the accumulated depreciation. Great. Thank you for asking, Minister of Finance. We are saying that, see what examiner told us here. That under paragraph number 1, this existing machine was acquired 2 years ago. So if I get depreciation for, this depreciation for 1 year, And then I want to get for the 2 years because it is the accumulated depreciation for the 2 years. I hope Minister tuko pamoja. I hope we are together. I hope we are together. Good. Now, the other thing that confuses a student, yes, hakuna rumors. You need every information, every detail you need to you need to be very keen. So FM, you need to be very keen. So that's what happened. Now I want us to check. I want us to check whether there is any other item that will affect us here. But even before we check, there is what we know the format want us to do. According to the format, I need to add the investment in working capital or the present value of overhaul cost. But I need to check whether did this investment in working capital affect our initial investment. Let's check. Go to here. The last paragraph before we get to the profit. The new machine is expected to increase sales, whereby debtors would increase by 320, that inventory by that value, while creditor increase by 300,000. Now, in that case, I can say that examiner did not tell us that this investment in working capital was used in the or at the start of this machine. At the start. Therefore, the investment in working capital will only affect my terminal cash flow. So I'm done with getting my initial outlay. I think that is where most of us were getting it wrong. To get the initial outlay, you just have to work on this. Can you now give me the initial outlay? Give me the total initial outlay. That is it. So you be checking, yeah? Total initial outlay. Be checking what the examiner is telling us. Nakuwa ngapi? Work it very fast. But I'm just adding 84. Uongo. Au sasa ukiona mtu anakupatia 60 something ni mtu mwenye alikuja akaongeza. Huyo ni mtu amechukua tu. Kwani kuna watu bado wanalala? Huyo sasa amechukua chenye alikuwa amecompute. Huyo mwenye anakupatia 60 something amechukua chenye alicompute na aliongeza the investment in working capital, which was not correct. It was not affecting our initial initial outlay 59 that. So be very keen as far as the investment in working capital is concerned. So our value was 59.30. Then we move to the next part, which is very interesting, which is annual net cash flow. Getting the annual net cash flow. I'm going to use columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, like that. Good. And I need to have my earning before depreciation and tax. So, class, there's another name I keep on mentioning when it comes to this earning before. Who can remind us the name? There's a name I usually mention, only that I usually don't write it, but I usually mention what is this, what these means, the values that we shall get there. There's a name I usually mention. Nani atatukumbusha? It's a name, a nice one. Incremental earning. Yes, incremental earning. That name will guide you. In a case where examiner amekupatia information kama hii, you just need to know how much is this new machine bringing on top of the existing machine. So you get the difference, right? So can you give me the incremental earning? Just check new machine, hii mwaka ya kwanza inaleta ngapi? Existing ilikuwa inaleta ngapi? And then we flow with it. We move with it. 70, Let's move. 70, 100 ingine, I hope. Next. 11, sawa. Next. I hope 70 ingine. Kai, iziko inafanana alafu. Okay, 70 ingine. Haya. We're almost there. 60. Alafu. 60 ingine. 70. We. hapo sasa iko disaster. And then ya mwisho hapa ati inataja barabara alafu watu wanasema 40. Sasa wacha tuone ni wapi. Ni wapi hatujaweka sawa? Wapi lazima tunaangalia course hizi zinafanana. Ya 2 ya 2 haiko sawa. Ya 2 ni ngapi? Ya 2 ni ngapi? 100. Kumbe 100 ni 3. Haya, ya 2 hatujaweka sawa, ni 100. 100 ni 3 kweli? Oh. Haya, ya gani nyingine hatujaweka sawa? Oh yeah. Yes. Ya 7. Ya 7 na 8 ni 70. 7 na 8. Right? Oh, this is the disaster that we have. Haya, nimeambiwa ya 6 ni 60. Okay. Hapa 60. Ya 4. Ya 4 ni 70. Oh, so 100 ni moja. 100 ni moja. 70 na nyingi. Is it now correct? Is it okay? Can you just check? Just check. Ya 2 ni 100. Guy, you people you gave me you people you have decided to lie to me today. You have decided to lie to me. You've decided to lie to me today. You tell me to change year 2 to 70, and then you tell me to change to you've decided to lie to Mwalimu today. So is this information correct about our incremental earning? Is it correct? Correct. Confirmed. Confirmed that the information given is correct. Is correct. What is the next step? Somebody. The next step. Now we have the earning hapo. Hiyo sasa. The next step huwa tunasema tuende wapi? It's only that I've used the column. Kama umetumia hivi saa. You less tax because I want us to use the DTS way. You less tax. Less tax. So tupate that, I think tax rate question might have missed. What about investment in working capital? Somebody asking, and let me reset this so that everyone can see the message. This should be to all. To all. Okay. Okay, so on computing initial outlay. Sorry. Now, about the initial outlay, the question did not tell us that these investment in working capital was used in what? Was used at the start. It will only be recovered. So in that case, when the examiner has not specified, it will not affect our initial outlay. Please note that. Now, we less tax, which is our tax rate is 30%. So give me the 30% of all this. I know hapa nitakuwa na 30 kwa 100. So ya kwanza, the first one, 21. 21, 30, 30. Hai. When we have another one, 30, okay. 21, kumbe imekuwa rahisi. Here 60 in 21. Ya 60 ni ngapi? 18. Then huku mwisho, ya mwisho sasa 12 na 12. Si ndio? 12 na 12. We are done. Then we add, what are we adding class? DTS. Naongeza DTS. So we have to come and compute the DTS here. And now everybody should be knowing how we compute the DTS. Kila mtu anafaa tu kuwa anajua. This is the simplest rather than ile ya kuongeza ati add back. Add back what? It will take you a whole 3 hours. So DTS of the new. Sasa simuni guide to DTS of the new. I want to get DTS of the new. Of course, I know I need the tax rate. I have it. I need depreciation. So can I get depreciation? It will be given by what is our cost for the new machine. Unafaa tu ikue hapa. Cost for the new 8400. and then you check kulikuwa na salvage. Unaenda pahali wanakuambia information ya new machine, una check kama kuna salvage value na unaangalia vizuri, usiniwekee salvage ya existing. We have two machine Grace. Sasa wacha tuangalie, uangalie vizuri usiweke ya existing Grace. The new machine is estimated to cost 8 million, and rational solution of that one is incurred. The new machine has a useful life of that. The financial analysts for the company estimate that the existing machine could be sold at hiyo ni ya, unaona hiyo whatever hiyo 2.5 hiyo hata si salvage, hiyo ni disposal value. So hii haikuwa nayo, hii haina. So don't confuse. Ile salvage ya 500 Julia anatupatia pale, hiyo ni ya nini? Ni ya mashini gani? Sio hii. So differentiate between the machines, right? Hiyo Julia anatupatia ni ya existing. So tutatumia kwa existing. So here we have, don't force it. It's not a must we have. It's not a must we have the salvage. The useful life is 10 years. And then I just get my figure here. Nitapata 804. 800. So DTS of the new will be 840 times what? How much? Times 30%. Uniambie tunapata ngapi? 252. Ni wangapi walipata hiyo? Kwa sababu I know hapo kwa DTS inachanganya watu kidogo, but now I know you have understood. Wangapi walipata hiyo? Great. That's very good. Then we move to the DTS of existing. Sasa hapo ndio Julia tunakuja tunaangalia hiyo 500 yako. DTS of existing. So, can somebody tell me the cost to use? Depreciation. Cost ni gani? 24, the what? Oh, Grace did not get 2400, the net book value. Always note. Those are notes. Ningetaka kuona notes zenu vile hapo mnaandikanga. Hizo note kidogo muhimu. Minus now, whatever Julia was giving us, the salvage value of this is given. Of course, it's 500. It is 500. See there? 500. So erase 500. Now, what is the useful life at this point? After valuation, useful life you can change to 10, right? 10. So how much is the depreciation? Hapa itakuwa 1900, so itakuwa 190. So DTS ya hiyo itakuwa 190 times 30%. Itakuwa ngapi? Mlipata ngapi? 30% of 190. How much? 57. So the incremental DTS class, once you hear me talk about incremental, this is the DTS to use. Incremental DTS will be 252 minus 57. Mulipata ngapi? 195. Hiyo ndio unaweka throughout hapa. 195. What? You learn with it. 195, 195, 195, 195, 195, 195, 195. Like that. Unakimbia nayo like that. Once you're done with the add back DTS, what do we do? Next thing itakuwa, we get the senior annual cash flow sasa. Ama after tax. Wapana, before we discount, we get after tax cash flow. After tax cash flow. Unaweza discount nini? Wewe. After tax cash flow, so we get it. You just run with it. Let me put bracket hapa so that tukumbuke tuna less. Always wakati una put bracket hivyo inakusaidia kukumbuka. Wakati under room temperature you find that you may tend to forget that hizi unatoa. Hata ukiwa umeandika less hapo juu, unasahau. Wakati unaongeza sasa unaweka zote. Unaongeza zote. At the end of the day, unakumbuka nimekosea. 244. So zote za 70 ni 244. Ya 100 ni ngapi? We run with it. 265. 265. So 244. Hii swali ilikuwa mswaki bwana. Ya 60 ni ngapi? Ya 60 237. 244. Na ya 40? Ya 40 223. Sasa ndio tunaweza leta discount hivi. Rate ilikuwa ngapi? What is the rate? The cost of capital. Cost of capital ilikuwa 10%. 10%. So we use that 10%. So itakuwa ngapi? 4 decimal places 0 point. Ya kwanza. Haya, 1991 tukisonga 8264. 1991 8264. Aha. Tusonge nazo. Songe 7513. Hiyo ingine. Aha, hiyo ingine ni ngapi? Unapewa 6830. Watu walete wewe, no proxy. Angalia hawa. Hakuna mtu anakurepresent. Wewe unaweka yako 09. Unajua kuna watu wana relax. Don't relax. 5645. 51 something. Give me that of 51. 46 65. Hiyo 51 what? Hiyo kamepotea. 64 65 sawa. Nipatie hiyo ingine. Tuko mwaka ya 9. Mwaka ya 9. 42 41. And the last one 51 32. Nipatie ya mwisho mwaka ya 10 38 55. 38 55. Haya, with that now we can get our discounted cash flow. Discounted cash flow, where you take the annual net cash flow times the PB. Ya kwanza, haya tusonge nayo. Kwanza, the first one. To 1 decimal place sawa. 221.8. 1 decimal place sawa. Haya. Is it 2221 or 221? 221, Let's move with it. Next one, ya pili. You just pick tata like that. 219, Next one, like that. We move it. 199. Na move vizuri. Aha. Let the chat box scratch. Let it crack. 47. Draw your thing. Draw your answer. 151. Just confirm. Be confirming. 0.5. Okay, 0.5. I'm going to adjust that. 133.8. 133.8. Moving on well. 125.2. 113.8. Asante. Hiyo ingine 94.6. Na ya mwisho the same, hapana, because we have sinafaa kuwa the same. Basi hapo iko shida ama the nini is different, our PBF is different. 86.0. Get the total discounted cash flow. Let's see who will be the first one to give us the correct one. Chapa yote hadi chini. I hope you're marking. Mahali umepata correct, put a tick. So give me the total. Let me see sasa. Kwa speed, unajua this is the month that we were to test speed. We were to test it. And when did we say that we shall have our first book? Tulisema tutakuwa nayo lini? Najua iko around the corner, so msiseme mbali sana. I know it is around the corner. When did we say that we need to have our first mock? And we will have it 3 hours. 5 questions. 100 marks. We will have it. Higher total. The first person to give me the total is Cheragata Rinda. Now I need to confirm by the second person and the third one. Sasa ni confirmation 2. Tunagoja 1510.5. I just need confirmation. Hata tuone nani wa pili kwa speed. Unajua hapa na test pia speed 1508.5. 1511. Sasa niko na 3 tofauti. 1511 ndio inachukua. So who is the first one to give us the correct one? You know, speed and accuracy matters hapa. Speed and accuracy. So this is a Mary Ann. Eh? Mary Ann is having it, followed by Felix Mugo, B, and then Mwanamisi. Good. 15, 11.5. So make sure that your accuracy and speed zinaandamana kabisa. You messed with the, I think one kamisi na tatu that. So having done that, you can remind me the next thing to do. What's the final thing? What's the final thing? Final thing to finish up the question. Sasa hii swali tushamaliza. Final thing ni the TCN, the terminal cash flow. So for the terminal cash flow clause, we have to look at the salvage value of the new. Where what are two formula? Salvage value of new, which is 0 less salvage of old 500. You add investment in working capital. So total investment ilikuwa ngapi? You just take the total asset minus total liability. Total ilikuwa ngapi? Investment in working capital. What is the total? What is the total? Total asset minus total liability. Pata ngapi? Investment in working capital was 160. So what will be our value here? Minus 500 plus 160 minus the 40, and then discount. Tuna discount na which figure pale? Zile PV. Tuna discount na which PV? The last year PV, last year. So we'll be having 340 times 0.3855. Total will be a negative. How much? Total will be a negative. How much? Total will be a negative. How much? 131.07. Can I get now my NPV? Yes. Net present value is equal to total inflow, which is 1511.5 plus minus 131.07. Then we minus the initial outlay. Initial outlay ni ngapi? Ilikuwa 5930. Haya, sasa wacha tuone. There are some people who gave us something to do with the 4212. I think they gave us 4212 point something. Then other 36. Wacha tuone sasa msema kweli hapa, we compare notes. So what are you getting? Remember hii ni minus, so itakuwa hii minus hii, half minus hii. Hii ni minus, hii ita reduce. Hii terminal walipata a negative. They did not get it reduced. So the machine was like absolute, whereby it has a negative value. So haikusaidia watu sana, ilipunguza profit yao. 45, with a negative, 4549.257. Anybody who got this? Anybody who got that? Anybody who got that? Kuna mtu alipata hiyo? Kuna mtu alipata? Ala? Oh, that is good. That is very good. I hope you are the one. Ama una refer to the above, whatever that was above there. Are you referring to the above there, or you are the one? Yeah, that is, great. That is very good. That is very good. Keep it up. 160 imetoka wapi? Personally, I got rumors. That is Maxwell. Maxwell, I'd like to know what you got. Did you share your work in the group? That is why Maxwell did not share his work. Don't fear. Share what you have. Even if it is rumors, just share. We're going to discuss rumors, and at the end of the day, we get it correct. Get it correct. Like, for example, there are some people, I don't know whether you have ever gotten those people, I think, not hookers. Okay, I call them hawkers. When they are selling, there are sometimes they say that you hear them advertising yako na ya mwana, yako na ya mwana. Now we wonder, what are they talking about? Yako na ya mwana, yako na ya mwana, yako na. That is the advertisement. So those are like rumors. So when you have rumors, you can deduce something good from it. You can always deduce that. What? You see this. This is funny. It's funny. Eh? I shared rumors and I saw that. Is that is it. Yeah, at least you got it now. That is very good. That is very good. That is very good. All right, right. Now, that is what we were supposed to do in that question. That is what we were supposed to do in that question. Now, the other one, hiyo ya 2021. Iko na mpaka overhaul. Hiyo ya 2021, si ndio? I just wanted you to have a hint of how we put the overhaul. Sawa. So let's have a break of 5 minutes and then we shall do that question. So today ni kufanya hizo swali. So somebody to already it is in the group. So we are doing it right away. After 5 minutes, we are doing that question. We're doing that question. Okay. So after that, we are doing it.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Jahazi Limited is considering investing in the purchase of a machine for its manufacturing process at a cost of 5 million shillings. Installation cost of the machine is expected to be 500,000. The machine is expected to have a useful life of 5 years, at the end of which salvage value is estimated at 800,000. This investment shall lead to increase in sales. In order to support increased sales, the firm requires an extra investment in working capital at the start of the machine's useful life. Inventory balances will increase by 1.2 million shillings. Debtors balances will rise by 1.5 million shillings, and creditors balance will increase by 1.7 million shillings. The additional investment in working capital will be recovered at the end of the machine's useful life. The quantity of the product to be manufactured and sold in each year are estimated as follows. Year 1, 20,000 units. Year 2, 25,000. Year 3, 30,000. Year 4, 35,000. Year 5, 40,000. Additional information number 1. The unit selling price and unit variable costs incurred are estimated at 45 shillings and 15 shillings respectively. These are expected to remain constant each year. Number 2, the firm's estimated fixed operating costs excluding depreciation are 100,000 shillings per annum. Number 3, the machine will require an overhaul at the end of the second year. This overhaul cost will amount to 240,000 shillings. The overhaul cost will be amortized separately on a straight line basis over the remaining useful life of the asset. Number 4, the firm provides for depreciation on a reducing balance basis at the rate of 32% per annum. Number 5, the cost of capital is 13%. Number 6, the corporation tax rate is 30% required using the net present value technique. Advice on the suitability or otherwise of the project.
All right. Thank you so much, Miriam, for that, for taking us through that question. My attention is drawn to where you've read about the working capital. They are telling us that it will. Let me read it. So, in order to support the increased sales, the firms require an extra investment in working capital at the start of the machine useful life. You see, at the start. The moment examiner mentioned that, that means our working capital will affect what? Our initial outlay as well as our terminal. It will be recovered. Minister apewe swali. It will be recovered. Miss Siswali, I think iko kwa group. I think the question is there in the group. So, Minister, get the question there. So, let's solve this question. The first thing we start with, by the way, is this a replacement question? Is it a replacement? No, it's not a replacement. So it's this general question, they just contemplate of purchasing what? A new machine. So wacha tuone what will be the NPV of these questions. So initial outlay of our machine. So our shillings can be in thousand. So the cost of the machine in ngapi? Cost of the machine in ngapi? Cost of the machine in ngapi? Let's check. We have been told 5 million, so 5,000. 5,000. Do we have incidental cost? We add incidental cost. Add incidental. Yani hizi vitu ukisha master vizuri incidental cost. How much? 500. Yeah, you were told that it had installation cost. Tuko na installation cost. Installation cost ya 500. Do you have any other incidental? The machine is expected to have a useful life of 5 years. So I don't have, so you can have my total cost. Na huwa naiweka hivi purposely to help me understand that when I'll be getting the what? The DTS, I'll be using this to get there. This is the cost. The depreciation, right? I'll be using this. I'll be using that. So in this case, sina ile step here, the effect on tax on gain, sina hiyo effect. Sawa sawa. So what we do now is to proceed with what piece is telling us hapa chini. We can add investment in working capital. Investment in working capital. Haya, ni ngapi? Investment hii tunachukua total asset, minister, total asset, which is I have 1,200 plus 1,500. That will be 2,700 minus 1,700. Tabaki na dhao. Tabaki dhao. Dhao moja. That one we are adding. Then we add. I'd like somebody to tell me, what do we do to the overhaul cost? We said something which is important. Tulisema tunafanyia nini? Overhaul cost yetu. Overhaul cost. We need to do what? Somebody. Don't fail to remember that. You discount. You get the present value of that. Present value of that. Overhaul. Usisahau hiyo. It's just that simple. So it is 240 times 1 point. What is our cost of capital? Remember, I'm using 1 plus R, right? Well, 13%. 1.13 raised to power. How many years? The overhaul cost unaangalia ilifanyika after how long? At the end of the second year. Exactly. Thank you so much. So unipatie tu hiyo value. Like that. 2 decimal places itakuwa sawa, and then we are done with our part. Yani, very interesting. Na watu walibuy kwa group zao 187.96. So give me the total initial outlay. I'm done. Total initial outlay, I'm done. So when ukipata swali, just compose yourself and start 6687.96. Nani alipata hiyo? Who got that? Nani alipata hiyo? This is very good. You can dance, bwana. That's a milestone. Interpreting that information, not a joke. It's a milestone. This is very nice. Very nice. What I do to my physical student, now in such a case, if you used your mind to get such, I usually mark for all of them. Now for your case, you just dance, because I don't have your script here. Now we move to the next one. Which is our annual net cash flow. The annual net cash flow here. The annual net cash flow. Now, this is the highest that the examiner can go in this question. The highest anaweza ruka. Have you ever seen Masai jumping? The highest they can go, it is the same as the highest the examiner can go in this question. Whereby now, examiner has not, by the way, how many years do we have? Kwa miaka ngapi? The useful life? 5. Miaka ni ngapi? Miaka ni ta? Miaka ni tano. Yeah, Omondi. Omondi, you cannot dance with that emoji. Omondi, I did not know that. Yeah. Sikuwa nimeona hiyo. Omondi, you cannot dance with that one. There is that for men. Is that for men? You cannot use that. Omondi, you cannot use that. For heaven's sake. For heaven's sake, Omondi, you cannot use that. Is that for men? Katano, eh? Lispa ameamua. Lispa ameamua. Lispa. Uchumi iko imara. Uchumi iko imara. Imesimama kabisa. Iko mzuri kabisa. You're doing well. You're doing well. So the highest the examiner can go is where we have now the sale. I want somebody to tell me. Now this you apply the knowledge of management accounting, whereby you take the quantity times the selling price, right? Yeah. So give me the sales for the first year. Selling price tumepewa ngapi? Selling price tumepewa ngapi? Angalia additional information number 1. Hapo tu ndio najua maybe ilikuwa inasumbua watu. I have that the unit selling price and unit variable cost incurred are estimated as 45 and 15. So it is just the quantity which we have 20 times 45. Matapata ngapi? 900. Asante. We move like that. Ukija note hiyo, una move nayo. Remember at the end of the day, tunataka tupate our earning before depreciation. Once we get our EBDT, nice. We move as usual. We move as usual. Haina maneno. Number 2, 1125. Number 3, 1350. Hivyo tu. Hiyo ingine 1575. And the last one? Ya mwisho? 1800. We done with that. And then we less variable cost. Variable cost. Still variable cost, it is the quantity times the variable cost per unit. Sawa. So you just take 20 times 15. Ni 300. Nyinyi watu wa nguvu bwana. Nataka niende hivyo alafu niambie kama mlipata. Next one, 375. Hiyo ingine 450. Next. So FM hakuna kuanguka 525. Hiyo ingine we dance again. Yes. Yes, if you have gotten it dance again. What do you get here? I want direct to look for contribution. No problem. Haina shida Lispa. Haina shida. At the end of the day, chenye ulipata hapo chini, nataka tuone. Yes. When you walienda direct, whereby now you had 45 minus 15, alafu sasa ukapata 30 all through, right? Haina shida. It's very correct contribution. Only that sasa kuna mtu angeanza kuuliza how do we go direct with that? But haina shida, we shall get the same thing. That's very good. 600. How about this? 750. Hey, you guys are geniuses. You guys are geniuses. But they have never found a class like this. You guys, you're really trying. And I would like all of you to pass. Twende advanced level, ama wenye bado wamebakisha 3 wamalizane nazo by August, by December advanced level. Next year tunamalizana na hii stuff, si ndio? So once you're done with the contribution, you usually check whether you have what? Cost. Fixed cost, right? From the contribution you less the fixed cost. Yes. Do we have? Kunayo. Walikuwa wametupatia 100 mahali ama. Think additional information namba ngapi? The firm's estimated fixed operating cost, it's 100 like that. 100 like that. Ni kama kuna watu watadance hapa. Vile naona ni kama kuna watu watadance. Now at that point is where I have my ability. Hiyo ndio nilikuwa nataka. Once I get that one, mambo sawa. 650, 800, 950, 1100. And then now in this case, nataka tuangalie vizuri examiner was I don't know, a sadist kidogo tu, because alituambia tutumie which the depreciation method, the reducing balance. Okay, hakuwa mbaya sana, lakini kuna vile tu alitesa. Yeah? So before I maybe less my tax, I can less my tax and then use get my depreciation for every year. Here we have to sweat kidogo. We get depreciation for every year. So let's tax kwanza before we start sweating. So tax 30% ya hii ni ngapi? 150. 195. Hii ingine 240. Then I have 285. And then hii ingine 330, yeah? 330. So you can padding, and then for me, I'm going to use the other DTS. So nitafanya tu nitafute depreciation zangu zote, and then I find my DTS using the depreciation. Because if I make a mistake of using the add back depreciation hapa, I'll stay for so long without finishing the question. So we go direct to getting our depreciation. What is our cost? What are we depreciating? What is the cost of this machine that we are depreciating? Cost ni ngapi? Tumeona hapa total cost 5500. So year 1 depreciation. So depreciation year 1 is equal to 5500 times what is the depreciation rate? 32%. Hiyo imepeanwa pale 32%, 1750. 1750. 1750. 1760. 1760. So hapo tu ndio ilikuwa noma kidogo, watu sometimes wanasahau the reducing balance method inaendaje. So depreciation for year 2 itakuwa this 5500 minus depreciation for year 1 1760, then we apply 32%. So itakuwa ngapi? Net book value, yeah, you can proceed and get that 96.8. Haya, tumemalizana na hiyo. Lakini sasa mwaka ya 3 something happened. So what is the net book value hapa? This minus this minus this. Nakuwa ngapi? Ili nianze nayo hapa. Net book value. I could have written all of them direct ili uzione vile zinaenda, lakini si unaelewa, nikichukua hii nitoe hii. Hiyo nilikuwa nimepewa 30 something, and then hiyo 30 something nitoe hii. Ndio. Inakuwa 2543. Somebody confirm. 0.2. 2543.2. I hope you understand what I'm saying. 2543.2. 2543.2. 2543.2. Now this one, I apply my what? 32%. But I want you to see something. Something happened. Now at the third year, something happened. Asante. Something happened. The overhaul cost that was incurred, remember what we said, the overhaul cost is the cost incurred to replace a certain part of that machine. And this happened at the end of the second year, right? Now, this part, small part that we have replaced, the small part that we have replaced, it has to undergo amortization. But I want you to tell me, amortization for how many years? 3 years. Thank you so much. Because already tumeiweka at the end of year 2 and the useful life is 5 years. So it will go amortization for 3 years. Now I want to get the amortization for 3 years. And that amortization will affect our depreciation because it's like reduction of value of that part. So it will be 240 divided by 3. Itakuwa ngapi? 80. So E80 itakuwa sasa kwa my 3 years. So plus to secure this, allow me first of all to get the 813. Meniambia 813, you gave me 813 kwa sababu hii amortization iko kando. 813.8 plus 80 plus 80. So the depreciation to use itakuwa total ya hiyo 893.8 total like that. Haya, hiyo ni mwaka ya 3. Haya. Like that. Uongeze 80. Sawa. So we move to year 4, but now for year 4, remember, wakati tunachukua ile depreciation, our net book value will not including this. Tutachukua hii net book value, tutachukua hii minus hii. Hiyo ndio net book value. Then after we apply that 2%, ndio tutaongeza 80 kwa year 4. So hii 80 hatuwezi nini mara mbili. We don't want to repeat it twice. Because already iko hapa ndani, hatuwezi chukua hapa. Juu itakuwa accounted mara mbili. So can you give me the net book value hapa? This minus this. Wangapi? This pa 813. 813, oh ndio yote. 813 ndio 893. 893 ni after kuongeza 80, si ndio? I want to know after kuongeza 80, 813 plus this plus 80. What about the added to DTS to avoid confusion? Adding it, oh, okay, Lispa. To avoid confusion, eh? We added to DTS. Wait. You know, when we shall now be computing DTS, okay, you can say that we input all our depreciation kama kawaida, and then when we go to getting the DTS, we shall be having the depreciation. That depreciation for year 3, year 4, and year 5, we add 80 to each. That still can work. Yeah, that still can work. So to avoid that confusion, allow us first of all to get depreciation. Yes. Ile tutaiongeza from year 3. So when we shall be computing our DTS, lazima tuweke year 3 tuweke 80, tuongeze 80, year 4 na year 5. So what will be my net book value here to get the depreciation? 1729.2 times 32%. Napata ngapi? Tupate depreciation kwanza. Aya, to avoid confusion. Otherwise, that one, it can take you south. But remember, we have it. So 553. Ukiona hivyo ni kama take you back. How did we get to 2543 kindly? Please 2543 is 55. Take this 5500 minus this. We are just using the reducing balance minus this. Tell me whether you get it. 553.4. It's only that sikutaka kuiweka yote, itakuwa mrefu zaidi. Reducing balance. Let me know once you get. Then we get to year 5. Give me the net book value, this minus this. For this year. It's 1176. Ni kama kuna mtu atapata hii yote. Great. That's very good. So give me the depreciation hapo. 376. Ukweli. 0.3. 376.3. Linet ameweka yake miti. That is very good. 0.3. Okay. Now having this depreciation for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, we can come and have the total depreciation each year. So I have year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So year 1 has no problem. Year 1 is 1760, 1196.8, then 813.8 plus 80. From that we shall add the 80. Then I have 553.4 plus 80. 8 new amortization. Then 376.3 plus 80. Nipatie tu total sasa. Hii 3 whatever plus 80 itakuwa 9. No. 893.8. 893.8. Hiyo ingine ya pili hapa. This plus this. This plus this. We are getting the total depreciation now. We are adding the amortization for the 3 years 633.4, na ya mwisho 376 plus 80. Aha, wewe wale wanapata 4860 ni nini mnapata pale? Wewe Frida 456.3. Now class, we have our depreciations. Those are our depreciation. And what do we want to get? Kwa mtu mwenye anataka kutumia ile method ya add back, haungetoa tax kwanza hapa, ungekuja utoe hizi depreciation. Each year iko na depreciation tofauti kwa hii case. In this case now, depreciation is different. Even the DTS will be different for each year. So you can see this is a different scenario, a different case, or another way the examiner can bring the question. Now, in this scenario, we can get our DTS. Through DTS inakuwa rahisi sana. Let's get the DTS. So DTS for DTS. So year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. DTS itakuwa 1760 times 30%. 1196.8 times 30%. Then I have 893. We've taken the total 893.8 times 30%. 633.4 times 30%. Then I have 456.3 times 30%. So can you give me for the first one? 528. Aha, ya pili 5. Haya, nimetoa zote hapa. Somebody give me all of them. Tuko na 528, 359. Tuko na 268. Then tuko na 190 na 137. So those are the DTS. Confirm whether those are the DTS. Those are the DTS, right? So we can come here and add them. Each year iko na yake 528. We are adding 359, 268, 190, 137. So we can now get our after-tax profit. Annual after-tax profit. Cash flow. So for year 1 ni ngapi? Tusonge nayo 878. Ni kama kuna watu walipata hii stuff. 814. Hiyo ingine tusonge. Hiyo ingine ni ngapi? 828. Aha, next one. We almost done. 855. And the last one ni ngapi? 907. Then we discount. Rate ilikuwa ngapi? 10%. Kama 13. Our rate ilikuwa ngapi? Once you get there, mambo inakuwa 1. Rate is 13%. So itakuwa 0 point what? 0 point ya kwanza 8850. Hiyo ingine 7831. Aha, next one 6931. Aha, hiyo ingine 6131. Okay. 6131 and 6133. 6133. Kwa nimepotea kidogo. 6130. Okay. 6133 hapa. And 5428. Na ya mwisho, the last one. Kama iko namna gani hapa? Bali kama imepotea. Aha, tutoe hapa. Just give me from year 3. Year 3 ni ngapi? 6931. Okay. 6931 and 6133. Halafu the last one is 50. I think now we are okay. 5428. Let's get the total here. The discounted cash flow. Year 1 ni ngapi? Year 1 decimal place ni sawa. 5428. Okay, sawa. Let's have this. Ipatia mwaka wa kwanza hapa. This times this. 1 decimal place sawa. Hiyo ingine ya pili. Hiyo ingine ya pili. 637.4. Ya tatu. Ya tatu tusonge tuko mwaka wa tatu. Mwaka wa tatu. 637 confirmed. Mwaka wa tatu 574. Mwaka wa nne tumalizie. Nataka tupate total present value. Mwaka wa tatu 524.4. 524.4. The last one mwaka wa mwisho 492.3. 492.32. Again the total present value ni ngapi? The total present value ni ngapi? Total 3, that is 5.1. Hai, kuna watu watapata hii kitu. People want to dance. You know, accountants are very serious. They never dance. But this group is a very good group. Tuko na hiyo. We can get our TCN, terminal cash flow. The terminal cash flow. We have salvage value for this. Hii ilikuwa na salvage, TCN. Ilikuwa na salvage value. Hii si ni salvage value moja tu juu hatuna things to do with ilikuwa 800 si ndio? It was 800 and then we add investment in working capital. Ilikuwa ngapi? Investment in working capital 1000 and then hakuna maneno, hakuna kitu tunatoa hapa juu not replacement. This is 1800. Salvage ilikuwa 800 sio? Salvage was 800, right? I think in the first paragraph they told us that. Then we discount using the last year minister last year value there, or you can come up with 1800 times 1.13 raised to power negative miaka yote 5 negative 5. You can as well use that 977.04 and then you input your inflows together and then you less outflow. So our net present value will be 3005.1 plus 977.04 minus initial trade ilikuwa ngapi? Initial trade ilikuwa 6687.96. Si ndio? 6687.96. So can you give me the value there? Ni kama kuna watu hapa. Ile naona hapa kuna watu wamechafua hiyo kabisa. Hapa. Haya, ulipata ngapi? Na ni negative 27. By the way, kuna watu niliona. Kuna mtu alituma hii kitu kwa group. Only that I saw it later. Could not mark. There's somebody who got this 0.91. That is very good. Who is the person? How many people got that? This is nice. If you managed to get that. Rispa. Hey. Mary Ann. Great. You guys. I think one of these days I'll call you to just take this class through, right? We could teach. Allow me dance. Yes, Lispa, dance. Accountants should always dance. Yes, Lispa, dance. Najua Lispa sasa anaangalia hiyo emoji ya dance and that is very good. That is very good. So for the question, Mary Ann amepata ile ingine mzuri. That is very good. So we clap for them until it is our turn. So we can just appreciate them. It's a milestone, by the way. Knowing this, knowing how to maneuver hapa. Maxwell, no. Maxwell, you cannot afford to say that. Maxwell. No, you have to get in touch. In group discussion, these things can be done. Can be done very well. So make sure that you find well. Guys, this is the funniest class. What? No. You cannot. Hey. All right. So that is how we were supposed to do that. That is how you are supposed to do the question. You are supposed to do that question. Hmm? Heri ungetumia jina ingine kidogo differently abled wewe. Hmm? Hmm. Maxwell, you are a vibe, a kind of a person that mwalimu would like to meet you physically, eh? Make sure that you're working on something. I lost network and fruit, but I will catch up. Yes, you will. And sorry for that. Class, I think that is it. Let me look at several assignments that I can give you. Several assignments I can give you. So na ukipatiwa assignment unajaribu unajikakamua, unafanya, unajua hata swali iko wapi ama inapatikana wapi. Great. That is good. Yeah, by the time tunafika March 15, everybody atakuwa amejua the cause or the direction. By the time you are getting to 15, by the time you are doing the mock, mambo itakuwa chonjo kabisa. So I want you to go and try okay, you've got several assignments hapa. By the way, we have a question for ARR in August 2024. ARR question, August 2024. Question number, just do question number 1 yote. August 2024, question number 1 yote. Chapata theory, you call your friends, you discuss, or you do research. Hiyo itakuwa sawa. Then try question number question number 2 pia yote. Sasa sahi maswali question number 2 yote. Maswali sasa sahi kumbe we almost done with this thing bana. Ukiangalia pepa sahi unafaa kuanza kujua inatoka wapi, topic gani, like that. Then I look at another question here. Question number 3C. Part C, 3C, that is still under August. These are now concept is itakusaidia kurevise several things. Then ni watu mnajua kutengeneza cash budget. Hiyo tutaiangalia pamoja. Cash budget. Then we have looking at another question here. Ratio tutaziangalia pamoja. Then we have another one here. Josh. Here, Josh vile anauliza. Josh, this thing is manageable, eh? Is manageable. Now I found a nice one here. I found a nice one here in April 2023. April 2023. April 2023. Na ukumbuke pepa yenu pia ni ya April. So uwe keen hapa. Question number 1. Fanya question number 1 yote. That will be very okay. Question 1. Hizo maswali zimetosha. Those are enough for the remaining time before we get to meet in our next lesson. So we attempt the questions. For the theory, make sure that you do research. Make sure that you do research and you understand the concept. So next time we meet, we shall be looking at the next appraisal. Or the next appraisal will be the internal rate of return. The next appraisal. There's also another question. I cannot leave this. There's also another question hapa. November 2016, question 4C. November 2016, question 4C. It's regarding what we've already done. November 2016, question 4C. So una create like 2 hours, eh? You did? This one we did. Sasa kama we did that, that's better then. Kama hiyo tumefanya, that's better. So the next time we meet, we're going to look at our internal rate of return. That will be our next thing. Internal rate of return. Internal rate of return, IRR. That will be as assignment. Great. Kama mlifanya then, kama hujafanya, kama kuna mtu hajafanya make sure that you do. These forms are part of our revision. Wakati tunaziangalia inakuwa rahisi if you've done. Or rahisi if you've done. So internal rate of return will be our next thing. Profitability index, the modified internal rate of return, the discounted payback period, and then the capital rationing. Once you're done with those, tutakuwa tunamalizana na hiyo topic. Walimu, let's have today's class uploaded mapema tuanguke nayo. Yeah, that will happen. Otherwise, that is it for today. Unless there's a question. I beg to stop at that point. Great. So thank you so much for having attended our today's session. It's a great and a big sacrifice, but it is never in vain. It will bear fruit. With time, it will bear fruit. So continue revising, continue being committed, continue doing something behind the scene, and everything will be okay. Otherwise, asanteni na mkuwe na siku njema. Been your lecturer Stephen, always there to inspire growth. Good day. Goodbye. Yes, inspire the growth.